Hi everyone and welcome back. Today we are starting our lecture 2 of our course Big Data Analysis. In this session we will explore very exciting and important topic. What is the big data? A different characteristic of the big data and how the big data handle using the technology like Hadoop and MapReduce. We will also talk about volume, velocity, and variety, and what is the difference between the big data and small data. Okay, let's dive into the first step. Okay, what is the big data means and how is that work? The big data uh, the big data means exactly large set of the data that the traditional computer or databases cannot handle easily. It's not just about the size, it's about the complexity, speed, and different type of the data. For example, Facebook generate over 4 terabyte of 4 petabytes of data per day from the post, message, and likes. A petabyte is 1 million gigabytes. Can you imagine? The big data involves not only the amount of volume, but also how fast it comes in and the many types or variety. The big data can come from different sources, such as social media, or I can say that online purchases, GPS devices, or even the IoT devices like a smartwatch. The big data is valuable because analysis it can lead to better business decision and used for the predictions like recommending products to the customer and discovering the new patterns. For example, Netflix uses big data to recommend movies based on our previous watch history. What is the big data volume means and how is that works? Volume refers to the huge size of data collected, and organizations are now dealing with the data in terabyte, petabyte, and even exabyte. For example, YouTube upload 500 hours of video every minute. This is a massive amount of data. The big data volume challenges storing so much data and also managing and analysis quickly. Companies now need a specialized storage system like a Hadoop distribution file system to managing this amount of data. The volume in the, I can say in the traditional way or in the traditional storage, like a normal hard drive or relational database, cannot handle such a big volume. Distributed system, many computers working together are used instead of that, okay? Hadoop breaks data in a blocks and spread across in many machines. How about the velocity? What is the velocity means and how is that work? The velocity means how fast the new data is being generated, and it's about the speed and which data flows in from different sources. And the challenges is with the velocity will be real-time data need the real-time processing, and companies cannot wait hours to analyze the customer feedback. They need it immediately. For example, even you can imagine for the stock market companies need the real-time updates or they could lose millions and it doesn't work if they want to go, and get their access to the data even after a minute. How about the variety? Variety is back to the refer to the different type of data. Data can be structured like a table in database, semi-structured like a JSON file, and unstructured like photos, videos, and images. What is the challenges here for our variety? It's hard to process photos, videos, and text compared to the numbers. We need different type of analysis, different type of data, different technologies like Spark, NoSQL databases. We can use the MongoDB or Cassandra. For the variety of the big data process, they have some of the challenges. How to store them, how to analyze them. We cannot use the same method to process a photo and a spreadsheet. They are totally different formats, okay? How about the tools and technologies we can use based on them? We can use Hadoop, Spark, NoSQL databases, distributed computing framework. For the small data like a spreadsheet, can be handled with the Excel or a small database like MySQL. But for Amazon, uses Hadoop and Spark to process massive amount of users' behavior data. What's the difference between the big data and small data? Yeah, as I said, for the big data used for the machine learning, predict, analysis, complex model. And also we need to distributed system like Hadoop or Spark. But for the small data, used a simple report, basic business operation handled by traditional database or spreadsheets. What is the big data life cycle means? The big data life cycle is how data moves from being collected to being used for marketing decisions. The main stages, it could be data acquisition, storage, processing, virtualization, and also interpretations and actions. Okay. Thank you so much. I think I finished, part 1 here, and then we will continue for the part 2, what is the data acquisition means and the rest. Thank you and have a good one.